Today on Good Morning Astoria, the boys are using a 50-foot extension cord from Strauss Hardware on Steinway.
I burned my mouth. Oh, no. Rise and shine, everybody. It's time for Good Morning Astoria. It's 8 o'clock in the morning in Queens, and we got a great show for you today. We got our friend and neighbor, Bridget Holmes. She's stopping by to give us a special report. We might have a little bit of music later from Kieran and Jesse, but first, a whole lot of news stories to cover, so this has probably been enough vamping.
Local councilman Costa Constantinides laid out plans to update Steinway Street and restore it as the beating commercial heart of Astoria. He stated one thing that many great shopping areas have is a place to sit and read a newspaper, chat with a friend, or simply take in the hustle and bustle, so keep your eyes peeled for a few new benches.
Local hotspot Nexus Vbq has closed down for a short time, leaving a message on their window that says, "Please stay tuned as we have more tricks up our sleeve." Speculation on what this could mean ranges from opening a second location to changing the theme of the restaurant to Vietnamese, a combination of Vietnamese food and pizza. The Real Dance Company just signed a 15-year deal for an 11,000 square foot space on Steinway Street. Some people said they wouldn't be able to do it, but it turns out they can. Queens Borough President Melinda Katz delivered her annual State of the Borough address earlier this week. In it, she highlighted renovations to Willets Point, including the construction of a soccer stadium and a hockey rink. She asked Queens residents to imagine one day holding the World Cup or the Stanley Cup, but the only cup this Queens resident can imagine holding is a cup of Fresco frozen yogurt from over on 30th. You know what I'm talking about? And finally today, a belated happy birthday to Queens native Tony Bennett, who turned 90 in August. Well, folks, the Super Bowl is tonight, and the New England Patriots will be taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Here with the sports update is Dan King. Dan?
Thanks, Devin. That's right. The New England Patriots will be taking on the Atlanta Falcons in the Super Bowl tonight.
Thanks, Dan. Hollywood actor Shia LaBeouf has set up a new installation at Astoria's Museum of the Moving Image, featuring a webcam that will live stream continuously over the course of the next 4 years. Shia himself will be there most days, and the notoriety of this has driven a surge of tourists to the area, with early reports saying that we've seen as many as 7. I don't want this.
No, just read it.
Hollywood actor Shia LaBeouf has been arrested at his Museum of the Moving Image installation. Also arrested at their installations were an old-timey movie camera, the ship from Asteroids, a clip from Shrek, and Winona Ryder's legs from Black Swan. In other Museum of the Moving Image news, the Muppet exhibit is still not open. In a shocking turn of events, Cobo nightclub announced its closure, with the owners saying that the lease expired and they just felt it was time to move on. The nightclub was known for its lavish parties and events, including its Valentine's Day bash, with rose petals on the dance floor and long-stemmed roses for all the ladies. With the nightclub closed, any ladies looking for roses this Valentine's Day will have to turn to eligible bachelor and our weather correspondent, Aaron Nemo. Aaron Nemo's out on the street. Nemo, how's the weather looking today, bud?
Hey, Kevin. It's very dark. It's looking... There's no light out yet. It's just completely pitch black out here. It's just super dark.
Man, where are you? I guess it's light where we are. So are you in Astoria?
Yeah, Kevin, I'm here doing the weather in Astoria, like you told me. Like I'm out here and it's just dark and it's nice. Feels wonderful out.
It's nice.
Can you describe more of where you are, Nemo?
Yeah, you know, it's Astoria. Like I'm doing the weather. It's warm and comfortable and there's no rain.
Come on, man.
that's the weather. Back to you, Kevin.
Two men stole $14,000 worth of equipment from the Astoria Home Depot, so it looks like those benches are never getting made. Are you the talk of the town? There's only one way to find out. Listen to the gossip. Our own Bridget Holmes has been listening in at Gossip Coffee on 30th Avenue, so we're going to toss it over to her in a segment we call Gossip Coffee, Coffee Gossip. Bridget?
Thanks, Kevin. Concerning news this week coming out of Gossip Coffee. On Tuesday, I heard a man say he was planning to leave his wife for a woman named Kelly. Or Shelly. I didn't hear it very well, and I also didn't get a good look at his face because I didn't want it to be clear I was eavesdropping. But also, is it eavesdropping if someone's saying something out in the open?
I think, how loud were they talking?
I mean, loud enough for me to hear it 2 tables away.
Yeah, it's probably not eavesdropping.
I mean, it's a public forum.
Right. If it was that bad, they wouldn't talk about it in public.
Exactly. At that point, he's probably already making the plans. It's definitely happening.
Yeah, I guess it's bad, though. Like, it's not...
No, I feel bad about it.
Right.
I don't really know what more to say about it. Anyway, so if you live in Astoria and you have a husband, watch your back.
Alarming stuff. Thanks, Bridget. Well, the price of eggs has gone up 35 cents at Vitality Health on 46th and Broadway. And speaking of finances, my only friend with a 401k, David Rafailedes, is here with the Money Corner. Dave, how you doing?
I'm okay.
Okay. We understand you have some tips for us on saving money?
Oh, yeah, okay. New York City can be really expensive, and Astoria is no different. So I gathered some of my favorite tips to help you save money. I call these Dave's Frugal Tips. Frugal tip number 1, never pay for napkins. Napkins are built into the cost of your Chipotle burrito, so go ahead and take a month's supply. If any of the workers call you out on it, yell, "I'm messy." No one can tell you how much napkins you need per burrito.
Yo quiero Chipotle.
Frugal tip number 2, breakfast is the most important meal of the day, but it can also be the most expensive meal of the day. I'm going to recommend that you sleep in till 1 p.m.
Okay, feels good to do. Am I right? I love sleeping into 1 p.m. sometimes.
Frugal tip number 3, lunch can be expensive too. You're going to want to go back to bed.
Yeah, beds are good.
Frugal tip number 4, you need a little fun in your life? Go out and hit some of the great nightlife at Astoria. The problem is alcohol can cost an arm and a leg, so I got a tip to help you save money. You're going to want to start drinking at home.
That was actually a good tip pregame.
Then don't leave. The world out there is scary and you don't belong.
All right. Well, thank you very much, David. And I think I speak for all of us here at Good Morning Astoria when I say we hope you get through whatever it is you're going through. Oh. All right. Well, folks, I'm getting word from down on the street. Our musical guests are good to go. So please give it up for J.K. Illing.
Let's do it, boys.
Yeah, J.K. Illing. Good Morning Astoria, 2017. Yeah.
It's like I'm hallucinating, consumed in a lucid dream with lucrative means. Unusually loose at the seams, but I'm used to the scene. MCs are spitting about shoes and the jeans. The youth perceiving the truth of what they read in magazines. Fatal antagonist is the motive. We grab a hold until it's encoded inside of our souls and we're hopeless. What do we notice? These omens and spin or focus on growth. Better switch up our osmosis if we ever want to see hope. We're changing some minds, possibly saving some lives. If we got rid of our hatred, maybe we'll save some kids from doing time. It starts with you and I, though. I know you know which way should we go. Look in your heart, playboy, you already know. Cause Cause even in concrete, the sunlight can sprout a rose. But if it never shows, the potential can never be known. We can monumentally grow, but we constantly comically let it go. It's kinda like Tupac said, that's just the way it goes. Check the records if you want, but the time flies. I'm opening the door, so who the fuck do I walk with? Is it the God or the devil? I'm trying to make it past this lifestyle and climb another level, but the time flies. Yeah, and how you spend it depended on different methods. If you want it, you get it, but still the time flies. Yeah, recognize that the time flies. When it flies by, damn it flies by.
Good morning, Astoria! Astoria, stand up! Yay, yay! Streets on fire!
I'm trying to make it past my own life and activities. Abandon my chivalry just to replace it with some misery. Mental epiphanies constantly causing me static. Trying to master these antics to keeping myself away from bad habits. But I'm living so sporadically, I'm emphatically free. So mathematically, I'll stack up as another casualty. Sometimes walking around, I'm feeling like an empty canopy. Out of touch with humanity, praying to God to find my sanity. Though I'm out of my soul, trying to find a prognosis. Praying and hoping that I'm revolting from this mental psychosis. But it's the same old shit, just suddenly changing. Properly rearranging the strains of my DNA until I feel like a stranger. Then comes the anger, but it just ain't no thing. Simple and plain, this is the nature of the game that we're playing. So maintain through all the mayhem. As time rolls, everybody changes. Some stay in similar faces, some fade to literal strangers. Check the records if you want, but the time flies. I'm opening the door, so who the fuck do I walk with? Is it the God or the devil? I'm trying to make it past this lifestyle and climb another level, but the time flies. Yeah, and how you spend it depended on different methods. If you want it, you get it, but still the time flies. Yeah, recognize that the time flies. When it flies by, damn it flies by. So check the records if you want, but the time flies. I'm opening the door, so who the fuck do I walk with? Is it the God or the devil? I'm trying to make it past this lifestyle and climb another level, but the time flies. Yeah, and how you spend it depended on different methods. If you want it, you get it, but still the time flies. Yeah, recognize that the time flies. When it flies by, damn it flies by.
Thank you, Astoria.
Oh man, guys, that was incredible. Holy shit. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Oh, jeez, that was good. Guys, J.K. Ealing. That's all we have for Good Morning Astoria today. Thank you guys so much for viewing. We really, truly appreciate it. Shout out to the Astoria subreddit, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys!
One of those will work.
I think so, yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Let's do one more. There's this
All right.
one where you burn your tongue is pretty